100% mortgages are making a comeback, and here's everything you need to know. And yes, I did about 3 years ago with a panel debate. We sat there asking the question, 100% mortgages are coming back. I believe that they are, and loads of people on the panel from really well-known lenders were like, Sam, talking out your ass, they're never going to come back. We've made their mistakes, and look what's happened. They are back. Anyway, calming down off that, I'm Sam, a mortgage expert here in the UK, and I love talking about money, mortgages, finances, affordability, you name it. I want to empower people in the UK to learn more about their money and make home buying an enjoyable experience. So do me a massive favor, hit subscribe, and let's get to the video. So 100% mortgage, what is it? Well, it is what it says on the tin. It is 100% mortgage against the purchase price of a property. So if you're going to buy for £200,000, for example, then your mortgage is also going to be £200,000, which means that you don't need any physical cash to put into the deal. But let's break them down. So 2 years ago, Skipton Building Society launched a 100% deal called Track Record, aimed at people who are now renting or were renting until very recently. Now, last month, 2 more lenders, April Mortgages and Gabriel Mortgages, launched their own version of the no deposit mortgage. So let's take a quick review of the Skipton deal. So the track record mortgage is ideal for renters with a proven history of paying on time. You need to show proof of having paid rent for at least 12 months in a row on a UK property without any arrears. Make sure you're keeping the payments up to date in the last 18 months and have not owned a UK property in the last 3 years. This product will offer loans that have got monthly repayments of up to 120% of the rent that the customer has been paying. The maximum you can borrow is 4.49 times your annual income for single and joint borrowers, rising to 4.75 times if that income is more than £50,000. Now, the Skipton deal could allow a couple with a joint income of 55 grand to borrow up to, say, 261,000, give or take. Gable mortgages, so those looking to borrow more than 4.5 times income, Gable might be that solution. It's 100% deals are potential ones that allow buyers to borrow the most. This lender will let individual key workers borrow up to 5 times their income. For couples who are both key workers, applicants can borrow up to 5.5 times, and Gable's definition of a key worker includes NHS clinicians, nurses, paramedics, doctors, etc., teachers and childcare providers, university lecturers, police officers, and armed forces personnel. Now let's take a look at April. Now they take a different tack with its 100% deals. Now you have to take out a fixed rate lasting for 10 or 15 years. April's maximum loan to value is 4.49 times your income, and it does not lend on flats or new builds. The April deals are particularly suited to those who expect to make regular overpayments or plan to reduce that balance much more quicker. Now there are some pros and cons of 100% mortgages. Ultimately, yes, you are going to be able to buy sooner. It means that, hey, you don't need to go and save a 10% deposit. You could potentially buy, which means if you buy a house 100%, you're immediately going to start building your equity. So as you're paying off the mortgage payments and the house prices increase, you guessed it, you're going to be building that equity. And it also provides flexity. So looking at April, there's no maximum overpayments. You can just keep chunking off that as you go. And of course, there are some cons to it as well. So let's address the first one, is the risk of negative equity. Now, at the start of the video, I said there was a big panel debate at some point in the past where I stood up with a microphone and challenged the people on the stage from major high street banks about 100% mortgages. And they basically said there is no way 100% mortgages are coming back. They were kind of there in a roundabout way, but we'll talk about that another day. And they outright said they're never going to come back. We made so many mistakes through the housing crash and so many people lost money. And there were so many repossessions and there's so many people in negative equity. So there is that risk still there. But lenders are more now than ever trying to challenge how we look at mortgage products to help more people either come out of rented accommodation or get on the property ladder. But be mindful that if you are buying something that's like a super high value, there is a chance of it going into negative equity. Because you're buying at 100%, you're gonna have higher interest rates. Now, the bigger the deposit, normally, the lower the interest rate, the lower the monthly repayments. Now, you're buying with no deposit. So you're asking a bank to take a huge risk on buying your first house with you, and nobody really knows what's going to happen over the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And if it does go into negative equity, ultimately the lender might be the ones paying. So you are paying for the risk, you are paying for that support from a lender. So just be mindful that your rates aren't going to be the same as if you had a 15 or 20% deposit. Aside to all of that, lenders are going to try and tie you in. So you are probably going to be going for a fixed deal with a 100% mortgage. And if you try and move from that lender, they will penalise you with early repayment charges. And there might be problems if you try and pour that mortgage onto another property as well. They might say, you've got to just sell the house and potentially pay early repayment charges, although not all of them do that for that instance. And that is why I'm going to finish by saying you should work with a mortgage broker, because we'll help you break down all of the details of 100% mortgages, all of the products, and even if you qualify. And if it's not right for you, an advisor, a good one, will help you plan and budget effectively to ensure that you can either buy with a 100% mortgage or show you ways of saving so you can buy with a 5% deposit or some other first homeowner, first my brain has gone, but you get the point. And I'm back in the room. So as I was trying to say, that is pretty much it for today. Use a mortgage advisor. 100% mortgages are great for the right people. It's really important. It's not great for everyone. It's not suitable for everyone. Not everyone's going to qualify, but it could be a good option for you. If you're in rented accommodation or you're struggling to save for a deposit, 100% mortgages are definitely worth researching. If you need any more information, you can reach out to me. It's sam@ukmc.co.uk, and you know the score. If you haven't already, press subscribe, take a look at our channel, and have a look at some of the videos. See you soon.